Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and we finally got a brand new character in Marvel Future Fight after months of just uniform updates besides Null. And so I wanted to make a sort of how to get this character build up from the ground up type video for IKARIS. He's the leader of the Eternals. He is heralding the beginning of the build up to the, one of the biggest movie events that Marvel has ever done, with all of the Eternals packed into one movie coming out, later this year, probably around Christmas. I'm pretty excited for it. I know a lot of people are excited for it. So how do you get IKARIS? Why do you want to get IKARIS right now, even if you don't really play this game right now, or you've never played this game before, or you've taken a long break? Because he's free right now. He's not going to be free forever. So that's why you want to take advantage of this hype right now. And you can stop playing after you get him for free if that's really what you want to do. All you got to do is go over to the Future Pass, that blue little icon there, and you've got about 29 days to do this, because it really doesn't take more than a day or two of playing in order to get to level 10. And you really only have to pay attention to that top bar there, or sorry, level 15. Once you get to level 15, and I got to level 2 today doing like one daily task out of like 15. So if you do all your daily tasks, honestly, this takes like 2 or 3 days max, and then you'll get the 10 biometrics to unlock him at 1 star. Then from there, once you have a 1-star IKARIS, which is what I have, you have to just come up with, and that's going to obviously require playing more, you're going to have to come up with rank up tickets or a mega rank up ticket in order to get him to 6 stars, so that you can then get him to tier 2. So the mega rank up ticket, you can do it a couple of different ways. There is a sale once a week for 2,600 crystals that you can find under the today's deal tab. It would be there instead of that tier 2 advancement ticket, and it would obviously be cheaper, and it's obviously a way better deal. And of course, the mega rank up ticket, for those of you that forgot, looks like that. Or you can also get the mega rank up ticket. It's a one per account, but there is one in the epic quest for the X-Men. I believe it is, there we go, the image inducer. So if you haven't used that one yet, if you haven't claimed that one yet, there you go. Otherwise, all you have to do is string together 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6-star rank up tickets. Right now in the pre-update event shop, we have a 4 and 3-star rank up ticket. The post-update event shop, which is going to come out in a couple of weeks, is going to have 3, 4, 5, and 6-star rank up tickets, I believe. So you can basically, for free, using tokens, you can collect all of the rank up tickets besides the 2-star rank up ticket. The 2-star rank up ticket is most easily obtained by using boost points over 100. Now, getting boost points over 100 is rare. You get them every month for maintenance in the notices here. Like that one right there is 50 boost points. And there's some other ways you can get boost points for free. It's a little bit harder to get a 2-star rank up ticket. I recognize that, but that is how you get him to 6 stars. And then once you get him to 6 stars, you're just going to want to rank him up. And I'm just going to quickly go through this here. You get your man IKARIS to 6 stars, and then you just use tokens from another update. I know, it's free tokens every update. And you're going to want to get a mega tier 2 ticket, which you guys know is like one of the best offers from the later token event shop, not the token event shop that we have right now. This one is just the pre-update tokens with the question mark on it. And you're going to want to just use that mega tier 2 advancement ticket, and then there you go. You now have a tier 2 level 60 IKARIS. You can start using him in World Boss and other content. You can start getting his potential to unlock him to get him to level 70, which could eventually lead to a tier 3. Now, that's purely speculation as far as the tier 3 goes, but I do expect him to be pretty good. I mean, he's the leader of the Eternals, and he's the character that they chose to release first. So I don't think they want to start off on the wrong foot. And in my experience playing this game for 6 years, the devs very rarely make MCU characters bad. So I'm going to finish out his build here. I'm going to skip forward ahead a little bit here, but I just want to first cover his skills. I do have to level up some of them. The one big thing that I noticed, the one big criticism that I have of IKARIS, obviously he's going to struggle in comparison to like tier 3s, native tier 3s, or transcended characters. He also doesn't have a uniform, so that's another thing there. But, oh, that doesn't go up, eh? Okay, so I didn't really need to level that one up. I also don't really need to level this one up, but I will anyways. The one big thing I noticed is that he doesn't have any frenzy buffs. So unlike most characters that are released nowadays, or most uniforms that are released, he does have accumulation, which is nice. And he does have remove incapacitation, and he does have iframe ignore, but he does not have a frenzy buff. And a frenzy buff, he has a heal, which is nice. But the frenzy buff basically is like the all attack, all defense. Like, for example, he's got a frenzy buff here, all attack, all defense 35, and then crit rate 45 for 12 seconds. Or Luke Cage has a frenzy buff Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe Luke Cage doesn't have a frenzy buff. Luke Cage does not have a frenzy buff. Tragedy. Okay, well, most characters do. Jessica Jones has one, 35-35. She has one as well. Oh my gosh. She does not have one. All right, well, basically what I said is being tossed out the window. You know, I still think the majority of characters have a frenzy buff. He's got a 40-40 frenzy buff. He also has a frenzy buff. 35-10-35. Yeah, so yeah, I would say the majority of characters do, but the fact that IKARIS doesn't have a uniform, doesn't have a tier 3, and also doesn't have a frenzy buff is going to make it much harder than usual to cap his stats. So I'm going to do a little bit of messing around here. I've already gone ahead and given him Power of Angry Hulk. I think he needs the attack speed. I rolled that, but I'm going to throw on an obelisk, fix up his stats or whatever, and we're going to jump into some content. All right, so just a quick recap here before we jump into some content. I went ahead and gave him some Uru for energy attack, ignore defense, and skill cooldown. He's not quite at the cap for those benchmark important stats, but he's basically there. 49.3, 49.6. He's, you know, he's knocking on the door. But then, yeah, you can see only 53%. I mean, 53% crit rate is a lot, but only 53% crit rate, only 19% dodge, and only 150% crit damage. But he does have 125% attack speed thanks to the Power of Angry Hulk ISO set, which is important. And then I went ahead and gave him a guard break, ignore dodge, 180 proc. Now, it'd be really nice if this was like a guard break crit damage 180 proc, but I wanted to preemptively give him a guard break immunity obelisk, because I do want to test him in PvP. So this will give me a little bit of flexibility, but it'll still give him the damage that he needs to do to test him out in some world boss action. All right, so here we go against Cull Obsidian. We're going to test him out. I have no idea how well he plays, but we're going in with White Fox lead because he has the leadership tag. So he has that ability to take advantage of all of her passive buffs. And then we're also going to use Coulson. That looks really pretty. And check up the beam there. Coulson for the other buffs, the crit, the guaranteed crit rate buffs, etc. I'm like mesmerized. Okay, we wanted to proc on 5 and not 3 there. He's really tanky, obviously. Like this is just an iframe the whole time. The damage isn't insane. It seems like you're better off proccing on 4. Man, it's so gorgeous though. These animations are crazy good. Okay. Let's try to stack up some all defense down and then pop the... Oh, the 5 keeps going. Look at that. Oh, the 4 is just a little bit short. A little bit too short. There's his heal. Yeah, the 4, but it's really cool that you can do the 4 while the 5 is still going. Just not a lot of hits on 4 to really take advantage of a regular proc, right? Because so you get all the hits there. He's critting quite often. Damage is not quite that impressive. I mean, it's not bad for a level 60. It's difficult to remember how much damage regular tier 2 level 60 characters do. But one thing I can say is he seems to be very tanky. I wonder how early I can cancel 5. You just want to sit in the iframe though, right? And imagine this in PvP. You're just gonna have to wait there if you don't have your own iframe ignore skill. You're kind of in trouble. So we can cancel 5. We can go into 2. We can go into 4 there. I think he might have another buff on 2 or 1. I think we procced on 3 though. That was a bit of a goof up. But yeah, you can cancel all these skills. Keep going. Ooh, it's kind of nice. 5 and okay. The light show is intense. Yeah, it's a nice proc on 4, but it's just such a short burst. It really doesn't last very long. I kind of ran into that, and I still didn't take too much damage. He seems very tanky. The damage is not quite there, but I think you're better off proccing on 5. Honestly, maybe 4 is better. What about 2? No, eh? Oh, I canceled 5 too early. True. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't think he can quite do stage 60, being a level 60 with a damage proc, but it's not bad. It's got really nice animations. There we go. That's probably like your optimal proc skill combo. Is as he's roaring into 5, you go back into 4. I'm honestly mesmerized though. He's not gonna be quite able to do this with no strikers, but it's not bad for level 60 with a damage proc obelisk. I don't know. Obviously, compared to like Moonstone, he doesn't have it. He's extremely tanky though. Like even when I did take damage, because he has that, he's universal typing, and because he has that 30% damage reduction, and then he's got the heal, right? Most characters that have a heal like that don't have any damage reduction. Deadpool doesn't have damage reduction. I think Wolverine has a little bit of damage reduction, but yeah. But so having the universal typing helps. The all defense, the super armor natively. So you know he doesn't even need the guard break immunity. I mean, you could do some testing without the guard break immunity on Obelisk, I guess. But yeah, he could function technically in PvP without having guard break immunity. He would suffer a little bit, but he wouldn't suffer completely. So I'm kind of curious. He's not going to do well. I can't really test him. You can't test any character at level 60 in PvP these days because of the way that the level difference between 60 and 70 really punishes you. And he's also going to struggle because he just doesn't have the stats to keep up with tier 3s. Like you can see his defenses are not even 10k, whereas you cycle over to a character like a native tier 3 sentry and he's almost 20k, right? And you can see he's got, you know, 100,000 HP, 50,000 energy attack. IKARIS is not even going to touch that, right? He's only at, I mean, 33k is not bad for the HP that he has if you compare that to, let's say, Daredevil. Daredevil's at 42 at tier 3. So his base stats seem pretty high, I have to say, for a tier 2. But then he's not really built for just like massive burst damage for PvE the way characters like Moonstone are. Moonstone's probably the best example of a character recently who, even at level 60, she could tear it up. Like, I think she was one-shotting without her Transcended skill at level 60. I'm pretty sure she was like one-shotting stage 70 of Cull Obsidian, and that was before I got 2% Pierce and 10% all attack. I think she did 70 or possibly 80, but Moonstone, we know she's kind of built different. You know, she's kind of built different. She has the accumulation, she's got the all attack buff, she's got this crazy 40-40 frenzy buff. I'm a bit confused why they didn't give IKARIS a frenzy buff. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're waiting for his uniform, his Eternals MCU uniform. But I think it's nice. I think it's nice to see how they're sort of designing the character now, knowing that there's a pretty good chance. I think there's at least like a 50-60% chance that we're definitely getting a uniform for him in November, December for the movie a la Richard Madden, the actor that's playing him. So yeah, let me know what you think of the first impressions of IKARIS. I'll do some more testing. I really want to get him to level 70 so I can try him out in like squad battle and some PvP action. But for now, I just wanted to give you guys a look at the character, explain how to get him, why you want to get him right now, and maybe some build tips, you know, attack speed, stuff like that. And some things to keep in mind if you don't have a ton of crit damage and crit rate on your cards, because he's going to be missing that from the lack of a frenzy buff, the lack of a tier 3, the lack of a uniform. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Some Mephisto action. Take care.